Aquarius, the charming sign. It's the color and the taste of the earth. Its energy changes the meaning of everything. It's like the bright moon of our lives. Whoever accompanies Aquarius must be happy, as it's the best friend of all horoscopes. Its friendship affects everyone around it, as it changes the state of anyone it meets. Indeed, it's a magician who conceals the pain of his life, as it is not affected by any problems, and if it is affected, it's just like death for it. That's because of the sun that rolls over it and illuminates the darkness. When it's cloudy and the moon eclipsed, or it gets dark, it is like a sad moment for it, and the sun affects it a lot. It is the 11th zodiac sign, and the sun passes over Aquarius between January the 19th to February 18th. It may be late one day or two to appear from January 21st to February 20th. Aquarians belong to the air element of the zodiac. Aquarius and the signs. His best friend is the one of the fire signs, because the fire sign positively completes the Aquarius, as a planet affecting it is the sun. It would be closer to the Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. He leads both Gemini, Libra, and Taurus. Virgo and Scorpio cannot stand before it in conflicts or contradictions. As for water signs like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, jealousy fills them with the appearance of Aquarius in their lives, as they go jealous. If Cancer tries to control Aquarius, it fails, and if Scorpio tries to show its love to the Aquarius, it disguises. Pisces cannot influence it, because Aquarius is very special. It always looks good among all signs. Aquarius advantages. Aquarius is fun and does not give up easily. It is loyal and possesses sensitive and strong personality. It feels those who loves it. It understands everyone around him without speaking from a heartbeat. We must admit that Aquarius is a lie detector. It also detects all kinds of feelings. He can't sacrifice his happiness in order to make his loved one happy. The Aquarius man loves the appearance, and he has a strong charisma that attracts everyone he sees. The Aquarius woman delights everyone around her, so she has a strong charisma also, unless someone affects her and controls her feeling, as she is affected by her feelings so much. The Aquarius man is ambitious and does not change his mind easily, and he does not believe in despair. The Aquarius woman, and depending on its condition actually, can be like Aquarius man, unless she controls her thinking on life. Both Aquarius man and woman should know that they are like the element, ready to react with any positive thing. They need to take advantage of that by having infinite ambition, and they do not see the situations around them, but rather be optimistic. Optimism for the Aquarius is food and the secret to success, and if the Aquarius stops being optimistic, its life stops. If the Aquarius man thinks calmly, he can reach his goal, and if he thinks hastily, he loses his goals. Aquarius woman is characterized by wisdom, so never underestimate the Aquarius woman. These were the most important advantages of Aquarius, and about the disadvantages of Aquarius, let's discuss this together. The breakdown when affected by the departure or after leaving the loved ones. It also knows who is lying to it, but it tries to believe the lie and then subject it to the trap of fraud in case it stops thinking actually. And what makes the Aquarius balanced is controlling its feeling and thought. It is difficult for it, as it is physically active, but unfortunately it's mentally lazy when it comes to itself, because it's always tired thinking about the benefit of those around him. It also does not try to change or even change its negative habits. It always chooses by its heart and does not know how to choose for itself, even though it is able to advise others, and neglects itself and does not accept the advice, except from few people. It always fails in its emotional life because it searches for a sincere heart like it. The Aquarius man is hasty in anger and intolerance, and the probability of being arrogant is great. The Aquarius woman is either the same or on the contrary, because the Aquarius woman always has a contrasting personality, hastily in the matters of her own life and wisely with everyone around her. And my advice to the Aquarius to set their affairs in life, let's see that the Aquarius man must be wise in all of his affairs. It must not rush. It's not affected by anything around him. He must not be afraid. His heart must not beat with fear. It is brave in the confrontation, although it's fearful, whether in its decisions on its life or at work. It must feel that it always has money. Even if it doesn't have the money, it attracts the gates of livelihood for him, so it feels safe. But if it's afraid of something, it attracts it to itself. So, if it's afraid of losing its money, it loses the money, and if it's afraid of failure in a relationship, it often fails. Aquarius should not know fear and not give up. It always gets its energy from optimism and insistence on reaching its goals. Ignoring this advice will end up losing everything with no energy to continue. As for the Aquarius woman, it's like a program. If she programmed herself to live in a specific situation, she cannot easily get out of it. And if she arranges her life, she will become one of the greatest women of the earth. She can know everything or get anything just upon insisting on doing it. Her life is always based on optimism and insistence on changing negatives. She can get lost in the benefit of others and forget her own life. My general advice to the Aquarius man: always be optimistic and do not rush. Be wise in your actions. And for the female Aquarius, help yourself first and do not sacrifice except for yourself. You are a jewel. Do not let dust cover your shine. Aquarius general and monthly predictions for the year 2020. Aquarius man either changes his job, raises in his job, or develops his field of work, and the emotional life ends up either with marriage or a politely breakup. The financial situation is going up in the second third of this year, and this year will be a strong ascent for the Aquarius. As for the Aquarius woman, 2019 was a year of accumulated sorrows, and the end of the sorrows will be 2020. You lost a lot of money, but this year will be compensating for you. You are uplifting professionally and emotionally with what you do not expect. These projections are calculated by the effective cosmic energy of Aquarius, intellectual, emotional, and practical life. And for the monthly predictions, let's see. January. At the beginning of this month, you are emotionally strong. It can develop positively. As for the practical situation and stability, it is negative by 90% until the beginning of the second third of January. The index of working life and positive energy rises to its maximum, and then the ability to detect the hidden and perceptions raises. It is expected to be happy in the second third of January. But what is negative in the emotional state? If you think of someone emotionally, the result will be negative. And do any decision regarding marriage or engagement until the beginning of February. If you are married, I advise you not to rush into your decisions. It may cause you a departure. Stop any emotional thing and overburden your mind from the beginning of the second third of January to the end of the month in planning your future. But it is successful from January the 9th to January the 19th only. The last third of January, the career index may fall and you might fail emotionally. But you are lucky that you are responding to the energy that stimulates your mind. Out of all your problems, you are able to overcome any consequences. February. Indicators of practical and emotional success rise after the drop, but unfortunately you will not enjoy this because you will be mentally exhausted and your fatigue will create practical problems in the second third of February. Beware of the increase of negative thinking. You may be lucky again in overcoming some negative things that concern work and passion in the second third of February, because the energy indicator drops again on the 20s. Things will be intellectually and emotionally stable and waiting for something to rejoice and change your life. The last third of January carries positive memories, and there will be good news financially, practically, intellectually, and emotionally. March. For you, the month is divided into two halves. The first half is not advisable to take any decision in it, whether at work or on emotional side, so make it a period of harmony. Do not try to show or enlighten yourself until the 17th of the month. Then return to your activity, and from the 17th until the end of the month, there are many positive moments that allow you to choose freely. Any decision after the 17th, your decision is successful, but before the 17th, it's not successful at all. April. The beginning of the month is unsuccessful, so I advise you not to do what you attempt practically or emotionally, and do not think about any problem that come to you. Be characterized by optimism and reassurance. If you maintain stability, you will succeed in overcoming the crisis. As for the haste, you will lose as usual. The second half of April is positive for taking the decision why you should not rush to implement. As for the career, you should arrange your plan, not implement. You will hear good news that a person likes you, or a new child is born, or something that will rejoice your heart again. Do not get concerned with anything but planning your future, because if you waste planning time, you will delay your career for many months. Be sure to arrange and plan your future and use the positive energy in planning your future. May. Take your time to work and to plan or to create ideas. The work will be positive. Do not think of anything special about work. Any adventurous or risky job appears to you, just venture with your heart. Be confident and do not think. Thinking will let you lose the opportunity. Do not try to interact with the problems emotionally, because in the first half of May, you will not be wise. And from the beginning of 20s, start arranging your life again. Stop the adventures at work, as it may not be positive until the end of the month. Then back again to plan, not to implement. Live a true, emotionally strong, full story, intellectually and emotionally until the end of the month. June. A month with an unfortunate start. Sorry, hi June. June. A month with an unfortunate start, as you will part a close person, and this will distract your decisions or bring some ideas to your mind. I advise you to freeze your thinking throughout the month and do not rush to change anything or decide something. This month is not a month of decisions until the end of it, but from the 16th, joy and stability will begin. Do not rush taking any decision and postpone all your decisions. After the 27th of June, start to rethink and do not do anything also. July. You will be relatively shocked by some emotional and practical matters, but your abilities to end the trauma are expected, so you can always solve your problems. Return to plans again to build your future. The second third of May, there will be a rise in love and work. Start doing your plans until 18th of July, then quickly return to sleep. I advise you not to go to work or do anything other than vacation, and go to a resort maybe until the end of the month. Then this is the most appropriate time to relax. If you try to do anything, you will feel strongly. August. A good month for you at work and thoughts. It's a month of harvest, and you will have a lot of money. Do not try to oppose your partner, and do not try to be emotionally related, so your choice may be wrong by 80%. Until the day of August 10th, everything is fine. Fatigue, illness, or trouble may occur from the 20th to the 25th of the month. Do not try to do anything that you do not lose someone. September. Happy month for you from its start. There will be an opportunity to meet people who will practically benefit you, but I advise you not to rush and give yourself time to study the matter until the 11th of the month. Stability will be intellectual and emotional, and it will affect you with a business problem maybe. You should not strain yourself thinking as they will be solved by themselves. From day 11th until the 19th, there will be a raise in work, but I think you will miss a strong opportunity for you because of your fatigue with emotional affairs also. So this will waste a lot of time and affect your work. October, from 1st to 19th, it's one of the times of your happiness and fulfilling your wishes. Try to achieve and attract all what you need, and do not spend money a lot, and try to save money. From the 20th to the end of the month, all indicators decline, and you may suffer from fatigue. There might be a minor accident or nothing. If you maintain restraint, there will be someone who tries to destroy you or insult you. Ignore him, as you will be tired if you face him. You might lose. You will face injustice also from a friend of yours. November. You can imagine that you have the Aladdin lamp and wish for everything, because it will happen so soon, because of every practical and emotional positive thinking until the middle of the month. Keep doing what is good for you, as a turnover is unexpected. Do not trust whom you trusted before, and do not do anything negative, because the reaction will be also negative. December. It's the best month for you. You'll be accomplished most of what you wish, and your property can be on the increase. You might get a car, a house, or something valuable, so keep it and do not lose it.